10-minute warning, 10-minute warning. The scheduled start time of the North America Continental Cup races. 10-minute warning. We're going to have a forerunner from the women's start up first. Attention athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators. 10-minute warning, 10-minute warning till we send the first and only forerunner from the ladies' start. 10-minute warning. The 5 minute warning, 5 minute warning till we start with our forerunner at the ladies' start. 5 minute warning. 2 minute warning, 2 minute warning to our forerunner sled from the ladies' start. 2 minute warning. Track is now clear at the ladies' start for our 4-runner sled. Sled in track from the ladies' start. Be a 2-minute warning for Christopher Brand. Attention spectators trackside, welcome out to the Utah Olympic Park. It's race day here in Park City, Utah. Got the North America Continental Cup. Got 4 classes today, 4 classes. That's going to be 4 races. First up is going to be the Youth A Men Continental Cup. In the track, we've got our 4-runner. We just have the one 4-runner today from the ladies' start. Big shout out to our 4-runners for helping us be prepared, making sure that ice is in great shape for today's race. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Christopher Brand. Sled in track from the ladies' start. Damon Walchuk, stand by please. In the track, sliding for the United States of America, Christopher Brand. 4 paddles, pulls off the handle at ladies' start. Start time 3:159. Comes through curve 4. That's Sunny. Into the labyrinth curves. Going to hit our speed trap there at the exit of the 10-11 straightaway. 63.8 miles an hour. Now out of 12, 13, that's Dinger. Out of 14, it's holding on to 72 miles an hour. 72 miles an hour. Climbing that final curve of the track, setting a high bar, 45.514. 45.514. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Damon Walchuk. Sled in track from the ladies' start. Andrew Robertson, stand by please. The track sliding for Canada. Damon Walchuk, start time 3:161. 28 thousandths ahead of the pace. Makes his way through curve 6. That's Snowy. Spectators, trackside. Few safety reminders. No standing on or climbing over any of the fences or barricades. Definitely don't lean under those shades that surround the track. Best place to spectate is going to be curve 12. Got all the shades open. We're spectating in curve 12. Please do not throw any objects at or around the track. And most importantly, never enter the track surface for any reason. Enjoy your time here at the Utah Olympic Park. That was Damon Walchuk. Downtime 45.285. Taking over that top spot, we have a new leader, Damon Walchuk of Canada, 45.285. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Andrew Robertson. Sled in track from the ladies start. Chase Somers, stand by, please. Track sliding for the United States of America, Andrew Robertson. Start time 3:163. That puts him 5 thousandths ahead of the pace as he goes through 4, 5, now 6. Little bit of a slide into 7, 8, 7 thousandths now behind the pace. Bobsled and skeleton is measured to the hundredth of a second. Luge is measured to the thousandth. Now 72 thousandths behind the pace. Andrew Robertson comes out of curve 12, 13, now out of 14, 73.1 miles an hour. Where will he be? 45.372, 45.372. That puts him in second place at this time. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Chase Somers. Sled in track from the ladies' start. Ben Skinner, stand by, please. The track sliding for the United States of America, Chase Somers. Start time 3:172. Puts him back about 38 thousandths. Comes out of curve 6. Nice line into the labyrinth through curve 7. Still back, but only by 12 thousandths now. Now he's ahead of the pace. 8 thousandths as he heads through the 10-11 straight at 64.3 miles an hour. Beautiful line out of 11, 12, now into 13. Dinger, excellent exit out of 13. 27 thousandths now ahead of the pace. 73.3 miles an hour. Climbing that final curve of the track. I think we have a new leader. Chase Somers, downtime 45.184. 45.184. Chase Somers taking over that top spot at this time. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Ben Skinner. Sled in track from the ladies' start. Josh Brzezowski, stand by, please. The track sliding for Canada, Ben Skinner, start time 3:174. He's back by 13 thousandths. He heads through 4, 5, now 6, snowy. Little bit of a tap out of curve 7. Getting a little bit sideways as he enters the labyrinth. Back a full second now through that 10-11 straightaway, 56.2 miles an hour. This Youth Continental Cup got sliders from Canada, the United States, in a sport, and Puerto Rico, in a sport that takes years to learn and a lifetime to master. These youths showing some real talent from this ladies' start. That was Ben Skinner, downtime 48.569, puts him back in 5th place at this time. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Josh Brzezowski. Sled in track from the ladies' start. Ian Cowden, stand by, please. We're down to our final 3 sliders for Heat 1. For the Youth A Men Continental Cup race. In the track, Josh Brzezowski, the United States of America, enters into the labyrinth. 48 thousandths ahead of the pace, maybe a little bit of trouble. 8, now a little tap in 10-11. 63.6 miles an hour, so he's got some momentum as he enters the lower loop of the track. Back now by 0.3 of a second. He goes through the Olympic curve, 12, 13, now out of 14. 70.7 miles an hour out of 14. He's going to cross the finish line 45.894. 45.894. That puts him in 5th place at this time. Time to beat is that 45.184. That was Chase Summers. 45.184. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Ian Cowden. Sled in track from the ladies' start. Henry Dye, stand by please. In the track, sliding for the United States of America, Ian Cowden. Start time 3:195. Puts him back about 33 thousandths. He heads through Curve Snowy. Line into the labyrinth. Back about 15 hundredths through that 10-11 straightaway, 62.5 miles an hour. Excellent line out of 11 into Curve 12. Curve 12 is the Olympic curve. That sled has gone over. Sled has gone over in the track. There's going to be a brief hold on the track. 2-minute warning for Henry Dye at the ladies' start. 2-minute warning. Track is now clear at the ladies' start. Henry Dye. Sled and track from the ladies' start. Bringing down the final sled for Heat 1, a then Continental Cup race. Henry Dye of Canada, start time 3:180. Puts him back about 14 hundredths. Makes his way through curve 6. Now into the labyrinth. 7, 8, 9. Back about 0.4 of a second. As he hits our speed trap at the exit of that 10-11 straightaway. 62.1 miles an hour. Great line out of 11. Now through the Olympic curve. Curve 12. Excellent form through 12, 13. Now coming out of 14, he's going to hit our second speed trap, 73.9 miles an hour. Climbing the final curve, going to cross the finish line with a 46.942. 46.942 puts him in 6th place at this time. Recap, after our first heat, your unofficial top 4. In 4th, Christopher Brand with the 45.514. In 3rd, Andrew Robertson with the 45.372. In 2nd, Damon Walchuk with a 45.285. And the leader after the first heat, Chase Summers with a 45.184. This is a 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning for Michael Montegari. Ladies start. 2-minute warning. The track is now clear at the ladies start for Michael Montegari. Sledding track from the ladies start. Gabriel, stand by, please. We're back to racing with our Youth A Men guest class. Michael Montegari of the United States of America, first in the track, 3.213 start time. Pulls off the handles, heads through 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6 direction. Going to have a top speed of 62.9, call it 63 miles an hour. Makes his way into the Olympic curve. Great line out of the Olympic curve. Looking to set a high bar. Sled went over briefly out of 13, but he's back on his sled. He's going to cross the finish line with the downtime 48.621. 48.621. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Gabriel Saltas. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Riley Dombard, stand by, please. The track, sliding for the United States of America. Gabriel, start time 3.211. About 45 thousandths ahead of the pace through Snowy. Now Cutthroat, excellent line. 7, 8, now hitting the 10-11 straightaway. 63.7 miles an hour. 15 hundredths ahead of that pace. Dropping foot just a little bit out of 12-13. Now he's up by a tenth of a second. Coming out of 14, 77.7 miles an hour. Crossing the finish line, 46.159. 46.159. Taking over the top spot, Gabriel, 46.159. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Riley Dombard. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Sinatra Robles, stand by, please. Track, sliding for the United States of America. Riley Dombard, start time 3.234. Excellent line into the labyrinth. 77 thousandths behind the pace. Going to be looking to find some speed coming out of the 10-11 straight. 63.9, call it 64 miles an hour. Now he's only, he's ahead. He's switched. He's ahead. 1/10 ahead of the pace. Coming through 12, 13, now 14. 2/10 ahead of the pace. 72.5 miles an hour. Up 15. We have a new leader, Riley Dombard, 45.657. 45.657. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Sinatra Robles. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Brock Bartels, stand by, please. The track, Sinatra Robles, start time 3:2:27. He's ahead of the pace by 19 thousandths of a second. Comes out of 6. Excellent line. Out of 6, 7. Beautiful form. He's fallen back 16 thousandths behind the pace now. Comes through that 10-11 straightaway, 62.3 miles an hour. Not quite as much speed as Riley Dombard was able to find through that 10-11 straightaway. Sinatra Robles coming out of 13, 4/10 behind the pace. Excellent line out of 14, 68.7 miles an hour. Hitting that final speed trap. Up curve 15, crossing the finish line, 46.707. 46.707. That puts him in third place at this time. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Brock Bartle. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Ben Wingfield, stand by, please. Track sliding for the United States of America. Brock Bartle, start time 3:1:40. That's the fastest start time we've seen for this first heat. Men's open really high out of 7. Big hit coming out of 6. Set him high in 7. That is going to scrub some time and some speed. 59 miles an hour through that 10-11 straightaway. He's back now 5/10, now a full second. He comes out of curve 12. Little slide in action out of 12:13. Brock Bartle had the fastest start time for Heat 1 for the Youth A Men guest class for the Continental Cup race. Crossing the finish line, Brock Bartle, 49.812. That puts him in 5th place at this time. 49.812. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Ben Wingfield. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Bringing down the final sled for Heat 1 Youth A Men guest class, Ben Wingfield of the United States of America. Start time 3:2:25. He's ahead of the pace by 24 thousandths of a second. Going to be looking to take over that top spot. He needs a 45.657. That's our current leader, Riley Dombard, 45.657. Ben Wingfield coming through that 10-11 straightaway at 64.3 miles an hour. He's ahead of the pace by 14 hundredths. Now coming out of 14 at 72.7 miles an hour. I think we've got a new leader here. He crosses the finish line, 45.180. 45.180. Taking over that top spot at this time. We'll recap our unofficial top 4 after our first heat. The guest class, we've got Sinatra Robles in 4th with the 46.707. In 3rd, Gabriel DeSaltas with a 46.159. In 2nd, Riley Dombard with a 45.657. And your leader after the first heat, Ben Wingfield with a 45.180. Going to have a 5-minute break, 5-minute warning till we send our forerunner from the junior start. 5-minute warning to our forerunner at the junior start. 2-minute warning, 2-minute warning to our 4-runner sled at the junior start. 2-minute warning. The track is now clear at the junior start for our first and only 4-runner sled. Sled in track from the junior start. Rebecca Kramer. This is a 2-minute warning for Rebecca Kramer at the junior start. 2-minute warning. The track, we've got our 4-runner sled running before our Youth A women at the junior start. We'll be back to racing here momentarily. There is currently a sled in the track. It's our 4-runner sled. Spectators trackside, welcome out to the Utah Olympic Park. And if you're watching on the live stream, shout out to you as well. Just a few safety reminders for those of you here with us trackside. There's no standing on or climbing over or under any fence, barricade, or shade that surrounds the track. No throwing objects at or around the track. And most importantly, do not enter the track surface for any reason. That's for your safety and the safety of our athletes. Enjoy your time here at the Utah Olympic Park. The track is now clear at the junior start for Rebecca Kramer. Sled in track from the junior start. Ella Holt. Potter, stand by, please. In the track sliding for the United States of America, got Rebecca Kramer. She's first on the ice from the junior start. First heat, Youth A Women Continental Cup race, 11.404 start time. Way through that labyrinth and now into the 10-11 straightaway. Line out of 11 into curve 12, the Olympic curve. Excellent exit out of 12, 13. You'll be setting the bar for today's race. We've got 11 sliders, United States of America, Canada, and Puerto Rico. That was Rebecca Kramer, downtime 43.013. 43.013. Track is now clear at the junior start. Ella Hodder. Sledding track from the junior start. Ashton Fosberg, stand by, please. Track, we have our first Canadian slider, Ella Hodder. Start time 10:9.98. Was a fast start time. She is ahead of the pace by almost half a second. 4/10 through the labyrinth curve. From the junior start into curve 6, pulling off those handles at the junior start. Then you enter curve 6, enter the labyrinth at 7, 8, 9. Then through curve 11, you hit the Olympic curve, which is curve 12. Dinger, 13. Slingshot, that's 14. Speed out of 14, 65 miles an hour. You have a new leader, Ella Hodder, downtime 42.933. 42.933. The track is now clear at the junior start. Ashton Fosberg. Sledding track from the junior start. Scarlett Jacobson, stand by, please. The track sliding for Canada. Ashton Fosberg, start time 11:099. Puts her back about a tenth of a second. We'll be looking to find some speed here through the labyrinth curves. Excellent line through 7, 8, 9, 10. Now through that 10-11 straightaway. Right down the middle, right where you want to be, into curve 11. Back by only 29 thousandths now. She's found some speed for sure. Back only 8 thousandths out of curve 13. It's our first speed trap, 59.9 miles an hour, and then a blistering 64.7 miles an hour out of curve 14. Excellent line. Crossing the finish line, 42.889. 42.889. New leader. We have a new leader. Ashton Fosberg of Canada, 42.889. The track is now clear at the junior start for Scarlett Jacobson. Sledding track from the junior start. Adeline Albert, stand by, please. In the track, sliding for Canada, Scarlett Jacobson. Start time 10:9:19. 10:9:19. She's ahead of the pace by 0.2 of a second. She heads right down the middle through the 10-11 straightaway. Excellent line through 11. Coming up on that Olympic curve. If you're here spectating, that's the best place to spectate. Curve 12, we've got the shades all open. Coming out of 12, little tap sends her high out of 13. Looks like she's got it under control out of 14. 67.3 miles an hour. 200ths ahead of the pace. He's able to secure that top spot with a downtime of 42.869. 42.869. Scarlett Jacobson, 42.869. The track is now clear at the junior start. Adeline Albert. Sledding track from the junior start. Aya Ewan, stand by, please. The track sliding for the United States of America, Adeline Albert. Going to have a start time of 11:148. Puts her back about 0.2 of a second. See if she can find some speed. The lower loop of this track. Excellent lines through the labyrinth curves. Holding on to that sliders right through the 10-11 straightaway. She's able to keep it off the wall for a good exit out of 11. Beautiful out of 12. Back about 0.3 of a second. She comes out of curve 13 at 59.7 miles an hour. Out of 14, 64.6. Back by 0.15 she crosses the finish line 43.030. 43.030. That puts her back in 5th place at this time. Time to beat set by Scarlett Jacobson. 42.869 is your current leader. The track is now clear at the junior start for Aya Ewan. Sledding track from the junior start. Brecken Lepke, stand by, please. The track, Aya Ewan paddling down the junior start. Excellent start time, 10:9:87. Luge, pull off the handles, getting as much momentum as you can. Then they have metal spikes attached to their gloves. They use to paddle, gaining every bit of speed and momentum they can as they enter into that first curve, curve 6. Aya Ewan coming out of curve 13, 0.3 behind the pace. Excellent line through 13, 14, 66.3 miles an hour. Going to cross the finish line 43.217. 43.217, that puts her in 6th place. The track is now clear at the junior start. Brecken Lepke. Sledding track from the junior start. Have Lucia Herta stand by, please. The track sliding for the United States of America. Brecken Lebke, start time 10.744. 10.744. She's ahead of the pace by 0.2 of a second, entering in to that 10-11 straightaway. Beautiful line through 10-11. Excellent form out of curve 11 as she enters the Olympic curve, curve 12. Beautiful run so far out of 12, 13, 60.4 miles an hour, 0.3 ahead of the pace. Out of 14, 65.7 miles an hour. Downtime for Brecken Lebke, 42.250. 42.250. The track is now clear at the junior start. Ava Lucia Herta. Sledding track from the junior start. Kendall Atkins, stand by, please. In the track, sliding for Canada. Ava Lucia Herta, start time 11.259. 11.259. 0.6 behind the pace. Enters into that labyrinth through the 10-11 straightaway. Excellent line through the 10-11 straightaway. Back about 0.8 of a second. But an excellent line through 11, 12, now 13. Seeing some great talent from these youth women Continental Cup race. She's going to cross the finish line with a 43.402. 43.402. 63.8 miles an hour top speed. Ava Lucia Herta. The track is now clear at the junior start for Kendall Atkins. Sledding track from the junior start. Isabella Ponte, stand by, please. The track sliding for the United States of America, Kendall Atkins. Start time 10.914. Back 0.2 of a second. She enters into 7, 8, 9. Now coming out of curve 10. Back about 28 hundredths. Excellent line out of 11. See if she can find some speed in the lower loop. Great line through the Olympic curve. Now dinger, 13. Holding on to 63.9 miles an hour out of curve 14. Crossing the finish line, 42.857. 42.857. That puts her in second place at this time. 42.857. The track is now clear at the junior start. Isabella Ponte. Sledding track from the junior start. Halen Weaver, stand by, please. Representing Puerto Rico, Isabella Ponte in the track. Start time 11.025. 029. 029. Puts her back about 3/10 of a second. It's through the labyrinth curves. Every track in the world has a labyrinth. It's a series of quick right, left turns. Fairly straight. They can be tricky, fairly technical. Nice line at a 12:13 for Isabella. 63.9, call it 64 miles an hour. Where is that going to put her in the standings? 43.208. 43.208. Going to put her in 8th place at this time. The track is now clear at the junior start for Kaylin Weaver. Sled in track from the junior start. Bringing down the final sled for Heat 1, a Women Continental Cup race. Kaylin Weaver, United States of America. Start time, 10:09:12. 10:09:12. Only back by 17 hundredths, and she's gaining. Now 16 hundredths behind the pace. 14. Excellent line through the labyrinth. She comes out of curve 11, right where you want to be. 12 hundredths now. 12 hundredths behind the pace. Might be a close one. Now a 10 back. She comes out of curve 13. Now 14. 69.6 miles an hour. Not quite enough, but it's close. 42.301 puts her in 2nd place. Just over 500. Kaylin Weaver, 42.301. We will recap our unofficial top 4 after our first heat. In 4th, Scarlett Jacobson with the 42.869. Kendall Akin in 3rd with the 42.857. In 2nd, Kaylin Weaver, the 42.301. And your leader after the first heat, Brecken Ludke with the 42.250. The 2-minute warning for Emryn McCarty at the junior start. 2-minute warning. track is now clear at the junior start. Emran McCarty. Sled and track from the junior start. Caleb Christensen, stand by. Bringing down the first sled for the Youth A Open Continental Cup race here in Park City, Utah. Emran McCarty, start time 11:363. 11:363. Got six sleds in this first heat. Youth A Open. Emran McCarty bringing down that first sled, setting the bar. Excellent line as she comes through curve 12, 13. 58.6 miles an hour out of that curve 13. 62.2 out of 14. Holding on to a lot of speed. She crosses the finish line, 43.797. The track is now clear at the junior start for Halem Christensen. Sled and track from the junior start. Weaver, stand by, please. In the track, sliding for Canada, Halem Christensen, start time 11:083. Excellent line through 6, 7. Into the labyrinth, 3/10 ahead of the pace. Comes through that 10-11 straightaway, right where you want to be. Seeing some excellent track conditions today. The big shout out to our track crew. We got a spritz on early this morning. Makes for some fast ice for today's race. Halem Christensen, 67.3 miles an hour. She takes over that top spot by 0.4 of a second. 43.394. 43.394. The track is now clear at the junior start. Elin Weaver. Sled and track from the junior start. Lillian Arnold, stand by, please. Representing the United States of America, Elin Weaver. Start time 11:300. Puts her back 0.2 of a second. It's through the labyrinth curves. Great form on that sled. Head pinned back. Beautiful line through that 10-11 straightaway. These are some young sliders we've got racing today in a sport that takes years to learn. Beautiful line through 12, 13. The race today is going to be based off the combined downtime between two runs. So your winners today will have the fastest combined downtime between heats 1 and 2. Fastest sleds from the first heat, they go at the end of the second. Reverse order by rank for that second heat. Elin Weaver, downtime 43.382. She takes over the top spot by 12 thousandths of a second. Elin Weaver, 43.382. The track is now clear at the junior start for Lillian Arnold. Sled in track from the junior start. Zola Indianapolis, stand by please. Track representing the United States of America, Lillian Arnold, start time 11:183. That puts her ahead of the pace by 1/10 of a second. She makes her way through the 10-11 straightaway, now coming out of 11 into the Olympic curve. During the 2002 Winter Olympic Games, the Olympic rings were embedded into the ice in curve 12. That's why we call it the Olympic curve. 62.7 miles an hour for Lillian as she comes out of curve 14. 43.494 puts her back in third place at this time. The track is now clear at the junior start for Zola Indianapolis. Sled in track from the junior start. Kristen Marshall, stand by please. The track sliding for the United States of America, Zola Indianapolis, start time 11:258. Coming through 6, 7, 8. Beautiful line through 9, 10. She is 57 thousandths ahead of the pace. Coming out of curve 11. Excellent line. Out of 12, now into 13. 79 thousandths now. 79 thousandths ahead of the pace. Is that going to be enough to take over the top spot? Big hits out of 14. Oh, not quite enough. Those bumps out of 14 by 1,000th of a second. Puts it back in second place with a 43.383. 43.383. The track is now clear at the junior start. Tristan Marshall. Sled in track from the junior start. Bringing down the final sled for Heat 1. Got Tristan Marshall. Start time. It's going to be 11:091. 11:091. ahead of the pace by 0.2 of a second. If you can hold on to that speed through the labyrinth. Falling back, but just slightly. 0.14 ahead of the pace. Few bumps in that 10-11 straightaway. Few bumps, that's going to cost some hundreds. Coming out of 12, now 13. Back by 0.6 now. Scrubbing some speed early on. That's going to cost some time. Coming out of curve 14, 56 miles an hour. Going to cross that finish line, 45.142. 45.142. Back in 6th place at this time. Let's recap after our first heat. Your unofficial top 4 for the Youth A Open Continental Cup. In 4th, we've got Lillian Arnold. She had a 43.494. In 3rd, Halem Christensen, Canada, with the 43.394. In 2nd, Zol Andonopoulos with the 43.383. And your leader after the first heat by 1,000th of a second, Elin Weaver with a 43.382. 43.382. Attention, athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators trackside. It's going to be a 15-minute break between heats. This will be a 15-minute warning till we send our forerunners from the women's start. 15-minute warning till we start back up with our forerunners at the ladies' Attention athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators trackside. 10-minute warning. 10-minute warning till we start back up with our forerunners from the women's start. 10-minute warning. The 5-minute warning. 5-minute warning to our first of 2 4-runner sleds. 5-minute warning. Two-minute warning. 2-minute warning to our first of 2 4-runners from the ladies' start. 2-minute warning. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for our first of 2 4-runner sleds. Sledding track from the ladies start. Have our second forerunner stand by, please. Second forerunner, stand by. Attention spectators trackside, welcome out to the Utah Olympic Park. Currently a sled in the track. We will be sending sleds throughout the remainder of the day. A few safety reminders: don't stand on, climb over, or under any fence or barricade that surrounds the track. The metal grates and wooden decks that surround the track are for coaches and athletes only. No spectating from the wooden decks or metal grates that surround the track. Most importantly, never enter the track surface for any reason. That's for your safety and the safety of our athletes. Enjoy your time here at the Utah Olympic Park. We're just a few moments out from getting back to our races. We've got one more forerunner on the line. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for our second and final forerunner sled. Sledding track from the ladies' start. There'll be a 2-minute warning to Ben Skinner at the ladies' start. 2-minute warning. That was our second and final forerunner crossing the finish line. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Ben Skinner. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Three guys, stand by, please. We are back to racing here at Park City, Utah. Heat 2 for men's Youth A Continental Cup race. First on the ice for Heat 2, Ben Skinner. Start time 3:1:92. 3:1:92. Last run he did a 48:569. Be looking to beat that. Times will be based, the placement will be based off the combined downtime between Heats 1 and 2. That's going to decide who your winner is today. Ooh, big hit out of curve 14. Big hit out of curve 14 for Ben Skinner. Climb in that final curve. Downtime, 46:982. 46:982. Combined downtime, 1 minute, 3:55:51. The track is now clear at the ladies' start. Henry Dye. Sled in track from the ladies start. Josh Brzezowski, stand by, please. Looks like that snow is picking up around the track. We've got Henry Dye from Canada in the track now with a start time 3:1:87. He needs a 48:609 to hold on to his spot, not drop any positions. Last run he did a 46:942. 46:942. He's about a second ahead of that pace of the 48:609 as he comes out of curve 12, now 13. 61.6 miles an hour, 67 out of 14. Another big hit out of 14. Hits right, left, then right again. Crossing the finish line, 49.056. That knocked him back a position. Sled has gone over out of 15. We're going to have a brief hold on the track. Two-minute warning for Josh Brzezowski at the ladies start. 2 minutes. The track is now clear at the junior start for Josh Brzezowski. Sled in track from the junior start. Christopher Brand, stand by, please. On the ice, the United States of America, Josh Brzezowski, start time 3:1:76. He needs a 49.657 to hold on to his position. Last run, he did a 45.894. 45.894. Coming through that 10-11 straightaway, small bump, sliders right, 62.6 miles an hour. Coming out of curve 11, 12. Excellent line out of 12, 13. Almost 2.5 seconds ahead of the pace. Comes out of 14. Little tap out of 14. Sliders right. Another one at the entrance of 15. And across the finish line, 46.767. Combined downtime, 1 minute, 3:2.661. We have a new leader, Josh Brzezowski. That combined downtime, 1 minute, 3:2.661. Now the second heat is reverse order by rank, so we should see a few leader changes through this second heat. Josh Brzezowski currently in the lead with that 1 minute, 3:2.661. The track is now clear at the women's start for Christopher Brand. Sledding track from the ladies start. Andrew Robertson, stand by please. Track representing the United States of America, we have Christopher Brand. Start time 3:155. He's 4/10 of a second ahead of the pace. Needs a 47:147. Hold on to his spot, not drop any position. Currently headed through the labyrinth, 63.2 miles an hour. Comes out of curve 11. Last run, he did a 45.514. 45.514. Now coming out of 13. Good form, good line out of 13. Excellent out of 14. Right where you want to be. About a second ahead of the pace. Going to cross the finish line. 45.687. Combined downtime for Christopher Brand, 1 minute, 3:1.201. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Andrew Robertson. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Damon Wolchuk, stand by please. In the track, representing the United States of America, Andrew Robertson, start time 3:206. He needs a 45.829 to hold on to his position. He's 1/10, call it a 10, ahead of that pace. Makes his way through the labyrinth curves. He's gaining now 14 hundredths ahead of the pace as he comes out of curve 11. Excellent line out of 11 into curve 12. Beautiful through that Olympic curve. 3/10 ahead of the pace. He comes out of curve 14, 72.9 miles an hour. Climbing that final curve, it's going to be a good time. 45.436. We have a new leader. 45.436. Combined downtime 1 minute, 30.808. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Damon Wolchuk. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Chase Summers, stand by please. In the track, representing Canada, Damon Wolchuk, start time 3:172. 3:172. He needs a 45.523. Hold on to his position. He's 1/10 ahead of the pace. Makes his way through 7, 8, 9. Now coming out of 10. Right down the middle through that 10-11 straightaway, 63.7 miles an hour. Going back slightly, only 14 thousandths ahead of the pace. He'll need to find some speed in this lower loop. A little bit of a drop out of curve 12. He's back now. He's back 55 thousandths. Sled has gone over out of curve 14. There's going to be a brief hold on the track. 2-minute warning, 2-minute warning for Chase Summers at the ladies' start. 2-minute warning. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Chase Summers. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Bringing down the final sled for Heat 2. A men Continental Cup race. Got Chase Summers. Start time 3:184. He was the fastest sled from Heat 1. Hold on to his position. He needs a 45.624. Currently 15 hundredths ahead of that pace through that 10-11 straightaway. Falling back slightly. Now only 61 thousandths ahead of the pace. Last run, he did a 45.184. He needs a 45.624. And he's 35 thousandths behind that pace now, climbing the final curve of the track. Get across the finish line with a 45.690, 45.690. Combined downtime, 1 minute, 38.74. Let's recap after 2 heats. Your unofficial top 4 in 4th, Josh Brzezowski, 1 minute 3.2661. In 3rd, Christopher Brand with a 1 minute 3.1201. In 2nd, got Chase Summers with a 1 minute 38.74. And your leader in 1st, Andrew Robertson with a 1 minute 38.08. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning for Brock Bartle at the women's start. 2-minute warning. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Brock Bartle. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Michael Montagari, stand by, please. Bringing down the first sled for Heat 2, Amen, guest class. We've got Brock Bartle of the United States of America. Start time 3:161. Little bit of a slide out of 6 into 7. Looks like he's able to get it under control as he heads into 10-11. Ooh, little tap headed into 11. Top speed 60.8 miles an hour. Last run, Brock Bartle had a 49.812. He's going to be looking to beat that. Comes out of curve 14. Sled has gone over in 14. There's going to be a brief hold on the track. Attention spectators trackside. Welcome out to Utah Olympic Park. Just a few safety reminders. No standing on or climbing over or under any shade or barricade that surrounds the track. No throwing objects, including snowballs. No snowballs at or around the track. And most importantly, never enter the track surface for any reason. Enjoy your time here at Utah Olympic Park. Be 2 minutes, 2-minute warning for Michael Montegari at the ladies' start. 2-minute warning. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Michael Montegari. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Sinatra Robles, stand by please. Track from the United States of America, Michael Montegari, start time 3:242. 3:242. Last run, he did a 48.621. You looking to beat that? It's through the labyrinth. Now the 10-11 straightaway, 60.4 miles an hour. Little tap out of curve 11. Nice line through 12 into 13. Sled has gone over in 13. There's going to be a brief hold. attention athlete at the women's start. We're going to extend that hold 5 more minutes, 5 more minute hold. Two-minute warning, 2-minute warning for Sinatra Robles at the ladies' start. 2-minute warning. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Sinatra Robles. Sled in track from the ladies start. Gabriel, DeSaltis, stand by please. We are back to racing with Sinatra Robles, third in the track. Last run, he did a 46.707. Second heat, looking to climb a position or two. He had a start time at 3:243. Comes through that 10-11 straightaway at 60.4 miles an hour. Excellent line out of 11 and 12. Coming out of 13, right where you want to be. Top speed out of 14, 64.9 miles an hour. Climbing the final curve, curve 15, cross the finish line, 48.269. 48.269. Gives him a combined downtime 1 minute, 3:49.76. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Gabriel DeSaltis. Sled in track from the ladies' start. Riley Dombard, stand by please. Track sliding for the United States of America. Gabriel DeSaltis, start time 3:260. Half a second ahead of the pace, coming out of Snowy into Cutthroat. Good line through Albert's Alley. Comes out of the curve 10. Big hit entering 11. It came off his sled, but it looks like he's back on as he hits curve 12, now 13. He needs a 48.817 to hold on to his position, and he's quarter second behind that pace. Not quite as much speed as Sinatra Robles was able to find through that low point. Downtime for Gabriel, 50.451. Combined downtime 1 minute, 3:6610. Falling one position at this time. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Riley Dombard. Sled in track from the ladies' start. Ben Wingfield, stand by please. The track, Riley Dombard, start time at 3:258. Needs a 49.319. Hold on, position. Currently a full second ahead of that pace. Headed through Albert's Alley. Beautiful line out of 10. Maybe a little late into curve 11. Nice exit, though. Good exit out of 12. Second and a half ahead of the pace out of 13. 68.5 miles an hour. Coming out of Slingshot. Across the finish line, Riley Dombard, 47.071. Combined downtime 1 minute, 3:2728. New leader, Riley Dombard, 1 minute, 3:2728. One slider remains. 2. The track is now clear at the ladies' start for Ben Wingfield. Sledding track from the ladies' start. Bringing down the final sled for Heat 2, Youth A Men guest class for the Continental Cup race. We've got Ben Wingfield in the track. He was the fastest sled from Heat 1. Start time 3:2:41. Makes his way through the labyrinth. 0.6 ahead of the pace. Comes through the 10-11 straightaway at 64 miles an hour. Got a lot of speed as he heads into the lower loop. Full second ahead of the pace now. He needs a 47.548. Hold on to that top spot. As he comes out of 14. Big hits out of 14. That may affect his downtime. It's enough, though. It's enough. 46.478. 46.478 for Ben Wingfield. Combined downtime 1 minute, 3:1.658. Ben Wingfield in first place at this time. We'll recap after our two heats for the Youth A Men guest class Continental Cup race. Your unofficial top four. In fourth, Gabriel DeSaltes with a 1 minute, 3:6.610. In third, Sinatra Robles with a 1 minute, 3:4.976. In second, Riley Dombard with a 1 minute, 3:2.728. Your leader after two heats, Ben Wingfield, 1 minute, 3:1.658. It'll be a 5-minute warning for our forerunner at the junior start. 5-minute warning. 2-minute warning for our forerunner at the junior start. 2-minute warning. The track is now clear at the junior start for our first and only forerunner sled. Sled in track from the junior start. Be a 2-minute warning, Brava Lucia Herta. The track is now clear at the junior start. Brava Lucia Herta. Sled in track from the junior start. Aya Ewan, stand by please. Representing Canada in the track of Lucia Herta. Start time 11:230. Makes her way down into the labyrinth curves. She's going to be our first slider for this Heat 2. A Women Continental Cup. Got 11 sliders for Heat 2, reverse order by rank. So we should see lots of leader changes. For the combined downtime, that's going to decide who our winner is today. Ava Lucia Herta downtime, 43.411. 43.411. Combined downtime, 1 minute, 2.6813. The track is now clear at the junior start for Maya Ewan. Sledding track from the junior start. Isabella Ponte, stand by please. In the track representing Canada, Maya Ewan. Start time, 11.002. Last run, she had a 43.217, and she needs a 43.596 to hold on to her position. She's a half second ahead of that pace. Headed through the 10-11 straightaway. Excellent line into 11. Passing that Olympic curve 12. Great exit out of 12. 60.2 miles an hour. Now she enters curve 14. 66 miles an hour, full second ahead of the pace. Crossing the finish line, 42.581. 42.581. Goodbye downtime for Maya Ewan, 1 minute, 2.5798. The track is now clear at the junior start. Isabella Aponte. Sledding track from the junior start. Adeline Albert, stand by please. In the track representing Puerto Rico, Isabella Aponte, start time 11.193. That puts her back about 0.2 of a second. She needs a 42.590 to hold on to her position. Last run, she did a 43.208, so she's got to beat that if she wants to hold on to her spot, not drop any places. About a half second behind the pace as she enters curve 14. Top speed 63.4 miles an hour. Across the finish line 43.514. That puts her back one position in second at this time with a combined downtime 1 minute 2.6722. Just a reminder, spectators, shades are open in curve 12. That's probably the best place to spectate. Please do not climb on, lean over, or climb under any shade or barricade that surrounds the track. Definitely no throwing objects at or around the track. That includes snowballs. No snowballs at or around the track. Most importantly, never enter the ice surface for any reason. For your safety and the safety of our athletes, enjoy your time here at the Utah Olympic Park. The track is now clear at the junior start for Adeline Albert. Sledding track from the junior start. Rebecca Kramer, stand by please. In the track representing the United States of America, we have Adeline Albert. Start time 11.214. She needs a 42.768. Hold on to her position. She's 43 thousandths behind that pace. Maya Yoon put up a fast second run. She's climbed one position, maybe looking to climb a second. Adeline Albert, a little bit of trouble getting into curve 11. Couple big hits right before curve 11. Nice line through 12 into 13. She's back now. She's back about 6 tenths. 60.8 miles an hour out of curve 14. How far will she fall? 44.195. That puts her back in fourth place at this time. Combined down time 1 minute 2:7.225. The track is now clear at the junior start for Rebecca Kramer. Sledding track from the junior start. Ella Hodder, stand by, please. In the track representing the United States of America, we have Rebecca Kramer. Start time 11:4.98. She needs a 42.785. 42.785. Hold on to her position. Currently about 4 tenths behind that pace as she makes her way through the labyrinth, now into the 10-11 straightaway. Beautiful exit of the 10-11 straightaway into curve 11. Right where you want to be, out of 11 and into 12. Still back about 37 hundredths as she comes out of curve 13. To the speed, 63.9 miles an hour. She heads through low point, crossing the finish line, 43.158. That puts her in second at this time, with a combined downtime 1 minute 2:6.171. Time to beats that. Maya Ewan with a 1 minute 2:5.798. The track is now clear at the junior start for Ella Hodder. Sledding track from the junior start. Ashton Forsberg, stand by, please. Track representing Canada, Ella Hodder. Start time 10:999. 10:999. That's the fastest start time we've seen so far for Heat 2. Currently ahead of the pace by a quarter second. Makes her way out of curve 10. Right down the middle of that 10-11 straightaway. Curve 11 can be a tricky curve, but not for Ella Hodder. She navigates it like a pro. Excellent line through 12, now 13. Still ahead of the pace by 81 thousandths. Beautiful exit out of 14. Is it going to be enough to take over the top spot? It's not quite enough. 42.989. 42.989. That puts her unofficially in second place at this time with a combined downtime 1 minute 2:5.922. Maya Ewan climbs one more position with that combined downtime 1 minute 2:5.798. The track is now clear at the junior start for Ashton Forsberg. Sled in track from the junior start. Scarlett Jacobson, stand by, please. In the track, representing Canada, Ashton Forsberg. Start time 11:134. She's ahead of the pace by almost 0.2 of a second, but she'll need to find some speed in the lower loop of this track. She wants to take back that top spot from Maya Ewan. Falling back a little bit, she's ahead of the pace still, but only by 57 thousandths as she comes out of curve 11. Nice line out of 11, 12. She's now behind. She's now back 6 hundredths. Coming out of 14, 65.3 miles an hour. How far will she fall? How far back will she be? Crossing the finish line, 43.098. Puts her in third with a combined downtime 1 minute, 2:5.987. The track is now clear at the junior start for Scarlett Jacobson. Sled in track from the junior start. Kendall Aiken, stand by, please. Track representing Canada, Scarlett Jacobson. Start time 11:042. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now through 10. Nice line out of 10. She's ahead of the pace by almost 0.2 of a second. She's falling back a little bit as she comes out of curve 11. Now only ahead by 96 thousandths. Will she be able to find the speed in these final 3 curves of the track? Good line out of 13. 56 miles an hour. The sled has gone over. We have a loose sled in the track. There'll be a brief hold on the track. Hop out on that coach's grade. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning for Kendall Akin at the junior start. 2-minute warning. Track is now clear at the junior start. Kendall Akin. Sled in track from the junior start. Kaylin Weaver, stand by please. We're down to our final 3 sliders for this Heat 2 Youth A Women Continental Cup race. In the track, Kendall Akin of the United States of America. Start time 10:09. 10:09, that's the fastest start time for Heat 2. Ahead of the pace by almost 0.4 of a second. Comes through curve 11. Great lines through 10, 11, now out of 12. 0.2 ahead of the pace out of 13. .63 miles an hour out of curve 14. Get across the finish line, 42.966. 42.966. That puts her back in second place at this time. Maya Ewan climbs another position. By downtime for Kendall Akin, 1 minute 2:5.823. The track is now clear at the junior start for Kaylin Weaver. Sled in track from the junior start. Brecken Ludke, stand by please. In the track, sliding for the United States of America, Kaylin Weaver, start time 10:958. 10:958. Currently ahead of the pace by almost a full second. It's down the labyrinth curves into the 10-11 straightaway. Still about a second lead. Comes out of curve 11. Excellent line out of 11 into the Olympic curve. Through 12, now into Dinger, 13. About the same, second lead. She needs a 43.497. Take over the top spot. Good line out of 14. She's going to cross the finish line with a 42.592. 42.592. Combined downtime 1 minute 2:4.893. Taking over the top spot, Kaylin Weaver, United States of America. Combined downtime 1 minute 2:4.893. Track is now clear at the junior start. Brecken Ludke. Sled in track from the junior start. Bringing down the final sled for Heat 2, Youth A Women Continental Cup Race. Brecken Ludke of the United States of America. Start time 10:8.67. Fastest start time for Heat 2. Brecken had the fastest sled in Heat 1. 42.250. First Heat downtime. She needs a 42.643. Hold on to her position. She's 0.06 ahead of that pace. Coming out of curve 13, is it going to be enough? Going to be enough. Out of 14, still ahead of the pace by almost 0.06. Top speed 65.2 miles an hour. Across the finish line, 42.583. Combined downtime 1 minute 2.4833. Taking over that top spot. We'll recap after 2 heats your unofficial top 4. In fourth, Kendall Akin with the 1 minute 2.5823. In third, Maya Ewan with the 1 minute 2.5798. In second, we have Kaylin Weaver with a 1 minute 2.4893. Your leader after 2 heats, Brecken Ludke with a 1 minute 2.4833. 2 minute warning. To our Youth A Open. That's going to be Tristan Marshall. 2 minute warning. The track is now clear at the junior start. Tristan Marshall. Sled in track from the junior start. Emran McCarty, stand by, please. Second heat, Youth A Open. Got Tristan Marshall in the track first for Heat 2. Last run, get a 45.142. Start time, 11.109. Little trouble into curve 11. Tapped that barricade pretty good. Headed into curve 11. That'll definitely scrub some time. Top speed, 43.6 miles an hour out of that curve 13. Good line out of 14, 52.2 miles an hour. Downtime for Tristan Marshall, 48.803. 48.803. Just a reminder, athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators, the awards will be held at the finish dock at the conclusion of the race. The awards will be held at the finish dock at the conclusion of this race. The track is now clear at the junior start for Emrin McCarty. Sled and track from the junior start. Lillian Arnold, stand by please. The track sliding for the United States of America, Emrin McCarty. Start time, 11:5:15. Last run, 43:797. Good line through that 10-11 straightaway. About a second ahead of the pace. Comes out of curve 11. Into the Olympic curve. Excellent exit at a 12 into 13. Right where you want to be in 13. Coming out of 14, what's the speed? 61.7 miles an hour. Crossing the finish line, 44.256. Combined down time, 1 minute, 2:8:053. A new leader, Emrin McCarty, United States of America. The track is now clear at the junior start for Lillian Arnold. Sled and track from the junior start. Alem Christensen, stand by please. The track sliding for the United States of America, Lillian Arnold, start time 11:243. She needs a 44.559. Hold on to her spot. She's currently about 0.6 ahead of that pace. Making her way through the labyrinth. Nice line through 9, 10, now into 11. Still about 0.6 ahead of the pace. And the lead's growing, now 0.7. Coming out of curve 12. Nice line out of 12, 13. Last run was a 43.494. This run, 43.809 with a top speed of 61.6 miles an hour. Lillian Arnold, combined downtime 1 minute, 2:7:303. New leader, Lillian Arnold, 1 minute, 2:7:303. The track is now clear at the junior start. Alem Christensen. Sled and track from the junior start. Zola Antonopoulos, stand by please. The track sliding for Canada, we have Alem Christensen. Start time 11:038. Last run, 43.394. Needs a 43.909 to hold on to that top spot. Currently 0.3 ahead of that pace, coming out of curve 11. Good clean line out of 11 into the Olympic curve. Nice line into Dinger. Good line out of Dinger, now headed into Slingshot. Top speed out of Slingshot's going to be 66.5 miles an hour. Downtime 43.583. 43.583. Combined downtime 1 minute 2:6.977. First place at this time. Athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators, just a reminder, the awards ceremony will be held at the finish dock at the conclusion of the race. Awards will be held at the conclusion of the race at the finish dock. The track is now clear at the junior start for Zola and Annapolis. Sled in track from the junior start. Elin Weaver, stand by, please. We're down to our final two sliders in the track. Zola and Annapolis of the United States of America. Start time 11:497. Almost a half second behind the pace. She needs a 43.594. 43.594. On to her position. Last run, she did a 43.383. A little high coming out of 12, puts her high in 13. What'll the speed be? What's the speed? Coming out of 14, 58.4 miles an hour. I don't think it's enough. Where is she going to be in the standings? 44.397. Combined downtime 1 minute 27780. Back to third place at this time. The track is now clear at the junior start. Elin Weaver. Sled in track from the junior start. Bringing down the final sled, Heat 2, Youth A Open Continental Cup race. We've got Elin Weaver of the United States of America. Fastest sled from Heat 1. Looking to keep that spot for Heat 2. Start time 11:448. 11:448. She needs a 43.595. Hold on to the top spot. She's behind the pace by almost 0.4 of a second. Coming out of curve 11, good line. Now only back by a quarter second. She comes through 12, 13. What's the speed? 64.4 miles an hour. Is it enough? Not quite enough. 43.707. 43.707. That puts her back in second with a combined downtime 1 minute 27089. Your unofficial top four after two heats. In fourth, Zola and Annapolis with a combined downtime 1 minute 27780. In third, Lillian Arnold with a combined downtime 1 minute 27303. In second, Elin Weaver with a combined downtime of 1 minute 27089. And in first, after two heats, Elam Christensen with a combined downtime 1 minute 26977. Once again, athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators, the award ceremony is going to be held briefly at the finish dock. Here briefly at the finish dock, awards. Don't be late. Come to the finish dock for the award ceremony.